Hey folks, welcome back to Biscuits Total War. As a few of you may have noticed, there hasn't been a video put up on the channel for a couple of weeks. No, I haven't got lazy and I haven't gone away or haven't got bored. What has happened is the last couple of weeks I've actually got married and I've been spending the last couple of weeks in the Maldives on our honeymoon. Understandably, bringing a laptop and Rome Total War to our honeymoon probably isn't the best way to start a marriage. So that's the reason why you haven't seen any activity on the channel for the last couple of weeks. So big thank you for any guys that have noticed that, and a few nice little messages have been sent to me whilst I've been away. So over the 2 weeks, since I haven't put up any videos, I wanted to come back with a video that came back with a bang. Copyright Spartan Commander there. In this episode, you're going to see an epic cav charge that not only causes a mass rout, but also causes the opposition to actually go run packing back to Rome. It is a pretty damn awesome charge, and I wanted to put this video up as the first video back onto the channel, as it's been a couple of weeks since I've been away. So what I'm going to do is quickly outline the players, outline the builds, and we'll jump straight into the action to see exactly how this battle goes. Now it's going to be a 4 versus 4, as the thumbnail mentions. It's 4 Scipii versus 4 Julii. Everyone knows the noobs always pick the Julii, and the Scipii are always picked by the pros. No, I'm only joking. But yeah, let's have a quick little look. We have got 8 Ball. Now I believe this 8-ball character is actually now joined the IoW clan. Understandably, this was actually recorded a few weeks ago, so this is prior to those new tags that he's got. And he's gone for a 14-6 cav build, so really standard build. You can't really go wrong, especially when it comes to a large Rome versus Rome build. Now let's have a look at my army. My army, I've gone for 6 Praetorian cav, 2 archers, and I'm experimenting with this build at the moment. I have got 11 urban cohort and 1 legionary first cohort, and I put that as my general. Now I know that my infantry is going to be pretty weak because I'm going to have less infantry compared to all of the other players that are on this game. But what I do have is a legionary first cohort, and I'm not going to try and use him as actually an attacking unit. It's just really there to boost the morale of this infantry bulk that's in front of it. I've also got 2 archers here. Now these 2 archers are going to help try and lower the morale or drop the morale for the enemy, cause them to be panicked by fire, and that will hopefully give me a great opportunity to do a mass cav charge, because these cav units, they're not going to be gold. I believe they're gold and 1 experience chevron, so they've got really nice upgrades. Really thunder cav here, should be able to smash through anyone. Let's have a quick look at my other opposition, or that's the opposition, the other ally. His name is Mohamed from the Titans clan. Again, Mohamed doesn't need any introduction. He has gone for a 14-6 build. Mohamed is amazing when it comes to doing team playing. I know he's always there to support you. You'll notice in this battle he separates his armies into 3 or 4 segments, and he's there supporting everybody on the battlefield. And then also we've got another legend of the Rome Total War community. This guy is CONAN, and CONAN's gone for a 14-6 build. So everyone's pretty much got exactly the same build in our team. That's 14 urbans and 6 Praetorian cav. By myself, I've gone for a slightly different tweak of the build. So let's have a look at the enemy. Let's look at the opposition. Now I need to actually call in potentially the copyright infringement lawyers here, because this build looks remarkably familiar. I'm guessing this guy here, who is Godslayer. I'm not entirely sure who this person is. He has gone for a 5 Praetorian cav, 1 legionary first cohort, and 14 urbans. And what he's done, he's separated his army into 3 segments, with his infantry into 3 segments. You've got block 1 here, block 2, block 3. So this player, you can tell already, what he's going to try and do is outflank CONAN. Well, with that build that he's brought onto this battlefield, he's going to try and attack maybe from the front here and go from left to right with these 2 little flanking forces. So it'll be interesting to see what happens and what CONAN does to actually counter that attack. It's going to be fairly obvious to CONAN that's what Godslayer is looking to do. He's going to have the extra infantry, so the extra infantry will mean he can cause that nice little surround, and therefore he's only got 5 Praetorian cav. Let's have a look at the next player. Now this guy is called IoW-Doablename, or Exra. The reason why he's called himself Doablename is I can never pronounce his name. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Exra, but I'm probably wrong. I'm always wrong when it comes to this thing. I can never pronounce half of these names on Rome Total War. Anyway, he's gone for 6 Praetorian cav and the rest urbans. Again, standard build, nice little central formation. You can see he hasn't split up his army into several little clumps, and that's because he's going to be holding the line, holding the middle ground, as these centre players are going to be really pinnacle even when it comes to playing this game, because they don't want to lose the centre. If they lose the centre, it's going to cause the two flanks to be isolated and surrounded. The next player we've got is Justinian of the IoW clan. Again, very similar build, pretty much the same format and formation. He has gone for 14 urban cohort and 6 Praetorian cav. And again, you can see his formation. He hasn't split it up into different segments. What he's planning to do probably is just go right next to IoW-Doablename and make sure the centre is held nice and strong. And then this player, a Mr. A, who was a recruit but is now a fully fledged member of the IoW clan. Again, he's gone for 14 cav and 6 Praetorian cav. And you can see again on here, what he's done is split his infantry into 2 groups. You've got one group here and a larger group here. Again, what he's planning to do, I imagine, is trying to surround and try and cause a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for, a nice surround and maybe a rout on one of the flanks of 8-ball on this formation. So some great players on the battlefield today, interesting builds, and I've tried to talk you through step by step on how the formation is created and why they've gone for certain builds. So let's kickstart the battle, let's see what the opening gambits are, and let's get the battle started. So initially all the players are going to group up together. We're going to move into the centre and make sure we're into a nice formation. We don't want to get any players isolated, we want to make sure we're all together. You can see here the Julii player is moving his infantry units forwards. Justinian, again, he's going to be moving his infantry units forwards to myself. Now what I'm going to do, I do these 2 archer units. I've noticed the enemy don't have any archers, so there's no point my guys being in a loose formation. I might as well put them into a nice tight formation, so when I do use my archers, I can cluster all my shots into a really small area, and that will cause maximum effect, maximum devastation on the enemy, which I really need to do because I'm going to be fighting up against these urban cohorts. These urban cohorts are pretty much all gold. That means their infantry stats are going to be pretty strong, their shield stats are going to be pretty strong. So what I want to try and do is get the infantry army to shift to one side. If I can get them to show me their flanks, I might be able to do a bit more damage with my archers. So seeing that Justinian is following myself, I'm now going to move my infantry over here at a slight 45-degree angle to Mohamed, and that will therefore mean that I can pull back these 2 archers and try and get some nice little flank shots on the side. But on this side, this is actually the shield side of the urban cohort, so ideally I want to shoot them from this flank or from the back, but because I'm shooting from this side I will do a bit more damage opposed to shooting them at the front, but it won't be as devastating as I initially planned it to be. Now I'm shooting this unit here in the centre. This unit is in tight formation, and already they dropped down to 79, so I've killed about 3 of their units. Not a great amount of damage, but it's a bit of damage at the end of the day. I'm fairly happy with that. I'm now going to move my archers and try and shoot the backs of these units here. Whilst they're turning around, I'm getting back into formation. Again, it's some extra free little kills that I might be able to get with my archers, and I can just try and pick off units here and there as and when I can. It's going to make it a bit more easier for my infantry, because my infantry are primarily weak. If they're going to do any cav charges, they want to try and charge probably my infantry, because my infantry, they're going to be less deeper, they're going to be more clustered together. I really am relying on my general unit, this legionary first cohort, to hold the ground here. And as you can see, it's a 4 versus 4, so there's a bit of a lag going on. There's a little bit of glitches with the units. As you can see, this unit is kind of interspersed, or it's basically exploded. I can't really explain it any better, but it's slightly messing up at the moment. Thankfully, the IoW, being nice sportsmen, they're not attacking at the moment. They're letting my guys get back into a formation before they advance with an attack. Now, 8-ball's coming over to myself to join me on my flank. And it looks like over here, if you look at CONAN, you can see that this Godslayer wants to try and outflank him. So what CONAN's going to do is going to push his infantry army actually away from our units and actually get himself slightly isolated. And I think the reason why he's doing that, you can see that this player wants to outflank, but secondly I think CONAN fancies his chances going toe to toe 1 versus 1 against Godslayer. So let's have a look back over here at the moment. As you can see, 8 Ball is sending his infantry units forward. He's going to get his guys into formation with my units. So we're in a nice little tidy formation at the moment. Now Justinian is running forward. He's going to get his guys into loose formation and he's going to charge his infantry units forward. It looks like he's going to try and aggressively push straight into my guys. I'm now going to throw all of my peeler that I've possibly got and try and destroy as many of these units as possible. So you can see, right, all of these infantry units are now being engaged. Now he's going to send the rest of his infantry units forward. And you can see he's coming into attack. He's coming into attack here. I'm now getting my archers. I'm using flame shots right into these units here, trying to cause as much devastation as I possibly can. In comes Justinian's cav right into these loose formation units. It's going to cause a nice little rout here with a couple of my units, but then he needs to pull his guys back out. Now I'm going to see that, so I'm going to come in for a counter. Before I can come into a counter, what's going to happen is Justinian's going to pull his units back out, and now he's going to push all of his infantry in. So it's going to put a lot of pressure upon all of my units here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull back my cav, get them back into formation. Now this is it, folks. This is time to cue the charge. This is queuing some classic MLG music, maybe some sound effects. We need to have those going in the background. Maybe what we could do is get some of those deal with it sunglasses. So we'd see these Praetorian cav, get a few little sunglasses coming down the screen, ready to hit these Scipii cav. Cue Gandalf the White and the Rohan, or whatever, those horsemen in Lord of the Rings, because it's going to be epic. We're about to see the Scipii cav in full effect here. The Scipii here, these cav units have been bred for one thing, and that is to absolutely crush the skulls of this Julii cluster. Now this is textbook stuff. We have got archers Q. Archers flame attack into these units here. These units are panicked by fire. My guys are still holding their line. Only a military genius could win this battle. That's what it says according to this urban cohort. So his morale is pretty loose, but military genius Q effect. Right, getting ready for this. Get ready for this cav charge. We're going to go straight in here. Now 8 Ball is seeing this as well. Now 8 Ball is going to come and support me with this cav charge. I know 8 Ball is now actually part of the IoW clan. If the IoW is seeing this, potentially maybe they wouldn't let him join, because what he's about to do is join me into major ass kicking here. So let's go in this. In comes my units, in comes my cav. I'm going to charge straight into these units. Julii cav are pulled out, but it doesn't matter. That general unit is super close. In we come. Boom, bang. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 units. Can we get that other one going? Can we get that? 20, there we go. 20 Julii units mass routed in a lovely, perfect textbook cav charge here. Now what's normally happen is, look, just look at all of these units running away. There's like 69 in them, 45 in them, 53, 48. These units are absolutely packed out. But instead of coming back to assist their Julii brothers, or to Scipii absolutely stomp on their skulls, they're going to run. They're going to run back, all the way back, not just to here, not just to there, but they're going to run all the way off this red barrier back over to Rome. Look at them all just running away. There's nothing they can do. They've been absolutely squashed to death. So now that Justinian is well and truly knocked out the battlefield, I'm going to run all of my infantry forward. And one reason why I'm doing this, I want to try and sacrifice these guys, put them into guard mode, whilst I go in to help 8 Ball take on this flank. Now if we can do that, that's going to cause major devastation to the Julii. Now there's already been a lot of devastation. Just look at the background there. You can see all of those units fleeing in blind panic, oblivious to the world. They've been absolutely stomped on by my cav and 8 Ball's cav. Now we're just going to slowly send everything over to this flank here. We're going to make sure that we want to try and win this flank here against Mr. A. Now also what's going to happen here is Doable or Extra from the IoW clan is going to come over here and try and support his ally. This is very much now a 3 versus 4, and now we've got extra cav units. We can cav strike straight into Mr. A, and there we go. We've taken out this flank here. Mr. A's units here are isolated. We've got my army, I've got 8 Ball's army, and have a look here. We've also got Mohamed sending in his reinforcements. he knows that all of his infantry units will be able to beat my infantry units, but he's got his guys in support here. Let's have a look over here. Now CONAN's doing a really nice job here. He's isolating and he's surrounded Godslayer, but look over here, Mohamed, as I said, excellent team player, is now going to come over, and who's Cav is going to come and assist CONAN. I don't think CONAN needs the support. What he may do in the centre here, because Godslayer's got all of his infantry units well and truly clustered here. But have a look here, in comes Mohamed. He's going to try and take on this little flank here, make sure these units are nicely isolated, and also make sure that CONAN can now get his flank and try and isolate and surround Godslayer. Godslayer's got a nice little formation here in the centre, but he's well and truly isolated. As you can see, Mr. A is now thrown in the towel. There's nothing much that he can do. He's well and truly knocked out the battle. All we've got left here is Extra, or Doablename, whatever you want to call him. He's going to pull his guys back, but look over here, look, Mohamed not only is over here, there and over there, but he's now also got his infantry units onto this flank, and what he's going to do, we're going to cause a nice little textbook L-shaped flank here. Got my guys going to push forward, Mohamed's units are here, Mohamed's units are there, Mohamed's units are finally over there in the background. He's only got 20 units on this battlefield, but they seem to be all over the show, and they're not just standing there doing nothing, they've all been used correctly, perfectly. So Mohamed, if you're watching this, excellently played, really nice stuff. So Mohamed sent in his infantry units here. He's throwing in all of his peeler units right into the flanks of Extra. I'm now going to come with a nice little cav charge right into the flank here. I've also got my arrows shooting into this unit here. That's going to cause a nice little panic there, mass rout, and there we go. Extra is now gone. I'll peel off these cav units, finish off that general, which is over there. Extra, or Doablename, has now been absolutely finished off. And just look at all of the Scipii units that are left. In comes Titus Mohamed, of course. He's now going to charge straight into this flank here, finish off these guys. The Julii team have been well and truly devastated, absolutely smashed. The only thing they've got left is this one unit from Godslayer, and I'm pretty sure Godslayer is going to throw in the towel, because there's no way in hell that this unit of 28 men could take on the absolutely immense amount of Scipii troops which are left. So all of these units rolling off the battlefield. That is a GG to Scipii. Unfortunately, the Julii just got absolutely slaughtered them, but well played. Let's look at the kill counts here. So CONAN, nice amount of kills, 1,000. Mohamed, 827. I'm surprised that that's not actually higher, because Mohamed was all over the battlefield there, playing an excellent supportive role. Myself, 1,744 kills, and 8-Ball, 1,221 kills. Let's look at the Julii. Now, Godslayer got a nice amount of kills, 720, as did Mr. Recruit, Mr. A even, and Doablename. They got roughly about 800 kills each. Sadly, Justinian only got 261 kills, but just look at how many units Justinian had left. He had 632 men left. So that's nearly one half of his army, not only mass routed in one cav charge, but he's run off the battlefield. In fact, he had more men left over than I did. I only had 628 men, 8-Ball 840, Mohamed 1,200. You know, Mohamed only took a tiny amount of damage there. Did excellent in supporting, and CONAN 935. So they played exceptionally well there. Let's look at how many men that the IoW had left. 148 men from Mr. A. Doablename had 170, and Godslayer 164. So it really was a good battle there. Really enjoyed that. It's rare to see a cav strike like that. Normally what would happen is Justinian's army would come back from routing, and then they'd be back into the game. Yes, they would be heavily depleted because they've lost a lot of their morale. But on the flip side, watching this, you can see just one excellently well-timed cav strike absolutely obliterated them. If you have a look at the kill count here, majority of my units that did all the killing were my Praetorian cav. One unit got 211 kills. If you have a look at the my allies here, again a nice little dispersion of kills here against a lot of the Julii, a lot of Urbans doing a lot of killing. But yeah, I think my unit got the most amount of kills, and that was that Praetorian cav. One got in 144, one got 211 kills, one got 192 kills. So they well and truly did a lot of stomping with their hooves when they went over the line, destroying that Julii army there. So folks, again, thank you so much for your time for watching this. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all the kind little comments that people have left, wondering where my videos have been. And of course, we're back on track. We'll be giving you more Rome Total War online commentaries, as well as finishing off the joint Julii campaign with Pixelated and Apollo. As always, folks, I love to read your comments. Don't forget to leave a little comment, and like and subscribe. And we'll catch you guys soon for the next installment of Rome Total War on Biscuits Total War. All the best, and thank you for watching. Bye now.